No one can touch your reality. It is entirely yours. It is entirely made up of you and your energy. There is no physical reality outside of us. It is a projection. Therefore, everything is happening and existing within your consciousness. So therefore, your outer projection, your physical reality, can only be you, can only be yours. No one is in your reality other than you. You are the only one in the room, which means there is no competition in anything. It is what you say it is. What you know it to be is what it is for you. And it doesn't matter what anyone else chooses for their reality. No one can touch your reality. No one can affect your reality. You can have it how you desire it to be. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Juliet Cleary. I'm a manifestation coach helping you to quantum jump to your highest timeline. If you resonate with this message, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and tap that bell icon. If you would like to work together, that information's in the description box below, as well as the link to my meditation channel. I am also running a live masterclass called 5D Alchemy, teaching you fifth dimensional alchemy, how to shift timelines in a drastic way so easily, so simply. Doing manifestation or the creation of reality, of your reality, in a way that maybe you never knew was possible. Being able to tune into the fifth dimension without meditating and transfer your consciousness into the 3D timeline of your choice. And also how to transmute and release old energies, blockages, limiting beliefs, all of that in the most incredible, simple ways. If you're interested in this, the link is in the description box below. Check it out, all the details are there. No one can touch your reality. I love this because it really helps us to remember how powerful we really are. No one is creating your reality except you. No one can touch your reality other than you. Everyone that you experience in your physical reality is still your energy. You had to create a version of this person in order to experience them in your reality. What I love about this is knowing that there is no competition. There is no competition because it's your reality and only you create your reality. And here's what's so incredible about this. It means that if you enter a competition, a contest, that you can actually acknowledge and state that in your reality, you are the only one who entered. You are the only one in the competition in your reality. It means that there is no competition and no one can touch that. If you come from this place of knowingness, it has to come from knowingness. It can't come from the victim. The victim can't create their reality in the way that they want to, because they're in the victim identity. Therefore, things are happening to me. I can't control this. But when you are in the masterful state, which you can choose to know it. When you are in knowingness and now you're deciding what is true for you, then it is true for you and it shows up in that way. You're creating that matter. You're turning waves of energy, waves of potential, collapsing them down into matter. What you say matters. What you believe matters. What you know for yourself is what collapses down into matter. This means that if you're going for job interviews, that in your reality, it is just you, and you can state that. You can choose to know this. Instead of being in the victim mentality and seeing that, creating that illusion for yourself of like, oh, there's all these people going for this job. I wonder if I'll be good enough. Oh, they look like they might choose that person. I don't really have much of a chance here. You're collapsing those waves of potential down into matter. You are shifting to the parallel reality where that's true because you said so. But if you come from knowingness and you say, In my reality, I'm the only person applying for this job, and it doesn't matter what other people are doing in their reality, because in my reality, I have this job. And you, from that knowing state, will shift to a parallel reality, a parallel universe where that is the case for you, where you have that job, where you get that job. Why? Because you are the only one who applied, and no one can touch that decision. No one can touch your reality. Same thing with if you're auditioning for a movie or a TV show. You can state that you are the only one auditioning. And again, it doesn't matter if there's a full waiting room at wherever you're auditioning, or if you're sending in a videotape and there are a lot of people talking about that they've sent in videotapes. In your reality, which is entirely yours, you are the only one who auditioned. Same thing goes for if you're trying to buy a house. In your reality, you're the only one who placed an offer, or you're the one who placed the highest offer, or you're the only one who actually went to the open house. You're the only one who's interested in this house. You are the one who owns this house in your reality. And again, if this is what you truly want and there's not something far better, it's for your highest good, and you're coming from knowingness, then yes, this is what is. You shift to a parallel universe where that is your house. And it doesn't matter if even the owners were to say, no, we're not taking offers anymore, or this offer is not acceptable. In your reality, you have the house, or your offer is the winning offer or the winning bid or whatever it is. And that is what must be. If you're wanting to start a business or put yourself out there online as a coach or a creative, an artist, a singer, and you're thinking, oh, but there's so much saturation in this niche, or there's so much competition. How do I stand out? No. From your godly state of knowingness, it is entirely your decision how this goes for you, because it is entirely your reality that no one else can touch. So in your reality, there's no competition. You are the best at what you do, and you will attract the audience, the clients, the people who know that too, who experience that too. You create your own reality where you are the best healer. And it doesn't matter that there seems to be other people who are the greatest teachers, or the best authors, or the best healers, or the best coaches, or the best artist. It doesn't matter, because they are in their reality, which in their reality they have created. They have created a parallel universe where they are the best healer, and people who are attracted to them experience that. But that doesn't actually mean anything about your reality and how good of a healer you are, or artist, or singer, or coach, or whatever it is. It has nothing to do with you, unless you say it has something to do with me. All these people are so much better than me, or I don't know, better at healing, or better at singing, or people like them more, or whatever it is. It would only seem that way if that's the meaning you gave it. But since we're all existing in our own universes, then it is whatever you say it is or know it to be in your universe, in your reality. And then you attract the evidence of that. In your reality, you can be the best healer. There can still be other healers that seem to be the best in their reality. But in your reality, you are the greatest. You have created that universe for yourself where you have the most incredible, powerful method. This is what is happening when, because I know from me in my industry, there's so many people teaching manifestation or healing, or even like energetic healing, energetic medicine, things like this. How to change your subconscious mind and all these different techniques. And it's like, okay, of course they're all permission slips, right? but this person seems to be the best in their reality, but then also this person seems to be the best, in their life. It's like, well, what's going on and how does this relate to me? And it doesn't. In that person's reality, they are the best. In that person's reality, they are the best. In my reality, I am the best. So we all have our own realities, which there is no competition. Unless you say, yeah, everyone's better than me. I have to compete against all these people. I have to try and stand out, all these things. But it's not actually the case. Again, no one can touch your reality. And remember that this physical reality, all the physical parts of it, all the things you would determine as this is matter, it's still rates of frequency. So, through quantum mechanics, quantum physics, we know that when you leave your house, so you're driving, you're going to the shops, you leave your house actually isn't there. It collapses back into a wave of potential. When you come back home and you see the house is there again because you are the observer. This is the experience that you chose to have. But the house, when you left the house wasn't there. It was energy. It comes back into form, back into matter when you observe it. And the same thing happens with everything, but the same thing happens with people. The other people, of course, they exist in their own right, but in your reality, you're only experiencing you and what is relevant to you. So when you're not observing a person, technically, they are not actually there in your reality anymore. They appear, they come back into form when you observe them, when it's relevant, when it's necessary for you to experience that. Technically, when you're not seeing them, when you're not in front of them, they're not actually there in your reality because they're not really in your reality in the first place. As Bashar says, there is no one in the room but you. There is only you in the room. So whether you're actually in the room, a room full of people, all those people are still your energy. You have created versions of them from your energy in order to see and experience. But when you leave that room and, you're not seeing those people anymore, you've left the gathering, if you're at a gathering or the shops, then those people are not really in your life or reality. So think about what that means for how much importance that we place on people, other people, what they think, what they're, doing, or what they have to do with what I desire. Like, are they gonna say yes to my bid on the house? Are they gonna hire me for that job? All these pieces, like how you consider that other people are affecting your reality when in fact they actually can't. They can offer intentions, but you must always match the frequency. You must always in some way say yes. Yes, and allow that energy or that outcome to be part of your life. No one can actually do anything to you. It is always that you are doing it to yourself. But a lot of us have grown up with these beliefs that we're not in control, or what other people say matters. Sometimes even what other people say about me or about my work, my achievements, whatever it is, my value, we often think that matters more than what I think. Or that's affecting me, that what they're saying, what they're doing is actually affecting my reality or my ability to create or my ability to feel happy. And that is never the case. And I really love talking about this and thinking about this because it really puts us, like I said, back in our power, back in the masterful state of knowingness, knowing you are in full control, you always have been. No one can affect or touch your reality or your decisions, your definitions, the things that you assume to be true. Even when people are saying, okay, well, I've had psychic attacks or, things that are negative energies attacking me, it is still your energy doing that. It is still that maybe you have matched a frequency, say, of fear or powerlessness, victimhood, that allows you to experience those things, still creating that with your own energy. But if you shift the way that you think about that and you realize, oh, that was me doing that to me, I'm actually in full control. I'm no longer powerless. I choose not to see myself or know myself as a victim, because I'm not. I might be wearing the costume, but let's take it off. And you would no longer encounter these, spiritual attacks or, negative energies seeming to be attacking you, or maybe people, because it's all you. This also means that when you change, you never change your outer world, and you can't actually change your outer reflection, because it's a reflection. You don't change the mirror. You change you, and you see a different reflection of you in the mirror, right? So you're never changing anything. As I've said, you're always only just shifting to a parallel version of your life where things are already different. And when you make these shifts and changes within yourself, you shift to parallel realities that are vastly different. If you're making vastly different choices, therefore vastly different shifts and changes energetically, you shift to a vastly different parallel reality. And in these realities, these new realities, the people who maybe you've known for a long time, friends, family, partners, children, they are different people. It's not even that they're different versions of the same person. They're different people, just like you are a different person. As Bashar says, we are literally different people every second. You're literally a different person every second. But how you define yourself in this moment really affects how much you see a big shift or change in yourself, and therefore in your outer reflection. And the same happens with other people. They're always going to be mirroring us, because again, this is your reality. You're in a room full of mirrors, is what I like to say. So as you shift, as you change, you will always see parallel versions of these people who you think you knew. And it's like, oh gosh, they've changed so much. No, they didn't change. They're different people. They're different people living on this different timeline that you shifted to. This version of your life, this version of Earth, this version of your physical reality always existed. It was always there, with maybe, the different versions of the people that you know, the more abundance in your bank account, the more health and well-being in your body, the more happiness and joy and love in your life. Whatever it is that you've shifted to, that always existed. It's just that you changed energetically enough to match that. And therefore now you're just seeing through the eyes of a new person, of the new you who is already there. And the new versions of these people in your life who were already there. And if there's anyone who, usually on a higher level, for their own purpose, for their own journey, is deciding that's not my path to match you at that frequency or in that reality, then they will fall away from your life. Anyone or anything that's not a match to who you now are falls away. And like I said, sometimes it is because you don't know what someone's journey is here, what they're intending to experience and to expand into. So even though everyone exists on all frequencies, they may not choose to match you when you shift unconsciously, usually, because that's not their soul's journey right now. That's not where they choose to be. You've had your experience, you've grown, you've both expanded, and now it's like too different vibrationally that they will leave your life. And since everyone is a reflection of you in your reality, that does mean that if you have shifted and say you're loving yourself more and you're more kind to yourself and you're more joyful and positive, you could have a friend that was maybe more negative and complaining a lot, maybe because that's what you were doing before as well. And all of a sudden, they're kinder, they're nicer, they're funnier, they're more positive. And when you interact with them, because this is a different version of them, because you've shifted to a different version of your life, vastly different, then you're just like, oh, this is incredible. They're a different person. Maybe though, when they go back into their own life, their own universe, their own reality, which now they're not existing in yours, and technically, and they're maybe still complaining and negative. They're maybe still complaining and negative to other people even sometimes. But in your reality, they're so nice, they're so positive, and they're so kind, because that's the version of them that you're attracting. That's the reflection that you're gonna get. So in any kind of relationship or even just interaction with people, like I said, it could be for job interviews or business or whatever, things that you're wanting to manifest, and you're like, well, this is not really working out with this person, they're not agreeing or whatever it is. Consider that you are always getting the reflection you need in every moment with everyone. Whether it seems to look positive or it seems to look negative, you put it there for your highest good. You put it there for your highest growth, to maybe even release things or beliefs that are not in alignment, to realize things that you were not giving to yourself, like kindness or acceptance or love, and to actually give them to yourself because you're seeing reflections of you everywhere outside of you. But it's always for you to be more of who you really are, for you to expand. So you're always receiving the reflection you need in every moment. But you also get to determine what's true for you. And remember that no one else can ever touch your reality, your definitions, your assumptions about things, what you know to be true. No one can touch that, like at all. Unless you believe they can, then you do that with your energy and you create those illusions to experience that. The only reason, if you were absolutely 100% in knowingness and you said, like, this is what's true for me, and it didn't happen that way, it didn't manifest, or it didn't give you that reflection, it didn't work out, the only reason would be that there's something better. So continue in your knowingness. Why would you, and actually it's a really good test for yourself, because if you were to default in that moment and say, oh, well, it didn't work, I guess this doesn't work, I guess I'm not powerful, you go back into the old self, back into victimhood. But the master knows that if this didn't work out, it's also for my highest good. So I'm continuing to know that whatever the thing is that I said was true, or I said that I want, or it's done, that it is so. Why would I let this falter my knowing, waver my knowingness? And sometimes we actually give ourselves those tests. We do it to us, nothing's testing you. We give ourselves those tests to see, did I change? Am I still kind of just relying on things outside of me? Am I still in the kind of victim, identity? Or will I now continue to choose my masterful state, my knowingness? I know everything works out for me. And that proves to yourself that you've definitely changed. It's drastically different to what you would have done before, or how you would have reacted before in a similar situation. And by staying in that energetic state for the most part, you must attract what it is that you really desire. You're a perfect match. Whereas if you were to go back and say, well, no, nothing ever works out for me, this is too hard, and all this self-doubt, and you really buy into that, and you just fall back into that, into those choices. You're in control. This is your choice to fall back into that. But that's what you choose to do. Then you know that you didn't really, maybe you didn't even come really from that knowingness, that powerful state, that godly, the God within. Other than that, it would have to, like, your reality would have to conform to your will, to your decision, to your new energy of knowingness, because you're the one creating your reality, no one else. Even when people are like, oh yes, universe, make this manifest or whatever, like you can say those things, but it's still you. You're the universe that you think you're living in. In a way, it's kind of like we're all in our own Truman Show. You're the main character. And even when you see, you know, oh, there's other people living their lives. I mean, I've heard from like Dolores Cannon that there are like NPCs, like NPC, non-playable characters who are just there to fill the spaces, to make it seem like this is real. But even the people, like the other people who are actually, you know, human beings, souls having their experiences, they're still not actually in your reality. They're not in your room. You are the room, you're everything in the room, you're everyone that you're experiencing in the room. It's all you, and the same goes for every individual soul who's chosen to be a human right here and now. This is where we're focused. They don't actually exist in your reality. They exist in their reality. They create reflections of you in order to experience. But the people that you're seeing, your neighbors and all of these people at the shops, they don't actually exist in your reality. So it's really helpful to remind yourself of this. Firstly, because it's really cool, but also because it puts you in the powerful knowing state that I am in complete control here. I'm the only one who's in control. I am the reality that I have thought I'm living in. I am that. And I'm the only person in the room. Therefore, I can have it all. And in fact, I already do. So let me take on the identity now, remembering myself as the master, and create my reality, not from need, no, not even from desire, but from this place of knowingness, of I already have it all. And now let me play, let me be creative with this. Let me bring forth the inner child and really have fun with creating this physical reality in the way that I would like to experience more of. And especially with relationships, people that you're up close with whether it's partners, family, whoever that you're close with. And you're getting these kinds of reflections and you're like, I'm confused why I'm getting this reflection, or a reflection that I don't really prefer or is not really ideal. Always know that it's happening for your highest good, that you put it there. You put it there for your highest good, and that whatever you're wanting to receive more from other people, again, they're versions of, like, they are your energy. They are reflections of you. Whatever you're wanting more of from them, to give that to yourself, because that's always the message there. There's something that you're looking for in these situations with these people that you're not giving to yourself. Maybe it's the love, maybe it's the acceptance, maybe it's the passion, not acting on your passions. You're not allowing yourself to feel that zest for life and doing the things that you love. Maybe it's, not appreciating yourself. Maybe you're disrespecting yourself. Maybe you're neglecting yourself. So if you give those things to yourself, you took the message and you acted on it. Now you're a vastly different person. You shift to a different parallel universe, reality, and you now get different reflections. Maybe some different people and different versions, completely different versions of the people that you have known, but these are new people. They look the same or they look similar. Maybe they look even a little bit different, but they're different people. Because you're different, they're different, you must get a different reflection. Okay, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know by commenting down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this or any experiences that you've had. If you did enjoy this, make sure you give it a like to share this and subscribe if you're new. Make sure to sign up for my 5D Alchemy live class, live training, 2-hour training in the description box below to completely shift paradigms, completely shift timelines. It's a very exciting time. Manifestation is completely different. I feel like we're living in a totally different version of Earth. I know I am, like totally different reality. Everything is different. So we're going to do this in a different way now. And if you would like to work one-on-one together, you can apply in the link in the description below. Have an amazing day. Remember that no one can touch your reality except you. No one creates your reality except you. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you next time.